A Symphony of Lost Hearts. Chapter 1, The Streets of Vienna. Vienna in autumn was a city of poetry, its cobblestone streets glistening with the remnants of morning rain. The air carried a crisp chill, and golden leaves danced in the gentle wind. It was in this city, beneath the shadow of St. Stephen's Cathedral, that Emile first saw Isabella. She was standing by the Danube, a book in her hands, her auburn hair tumbling over the folds of her burgundy coat. Emile, a struggling composer, was instantly captivated. He had come to Vienna from Prague in search of inspiration, but he had found something more, an inexplicable pull toward the woman whose eyes held secrets he longed to understand. Chapter 2, The First Encounter. Their first conversation was fleeting, a chance meeting at a small café near the Ringstrasse. Isabella, a pianist, had recognized Emile's name from a small recital he had performed weeks before. They spoke about music, the haunting beauty of Mahler's symphonies, and the way the city seemed to hum with unspoken melodies. With each meeting, they grew closer, two artists bound by their love for music and the unspoken sorrow they saw in each other's eyes. Isabella had been engaged once, a love that had ended in tragedy, and Emile carried the wounds of a past that refused to heal. But together, they found solace in Vienna's quiet nights, in melodies composed in dimly lit apartments, and in the simple comfort of knowing they were not alone. Chapter 3, The Rise of Love. It was in the halls of the Musikverein where Emile's composition was played for the first time. The grandeur of the Golden Hall echoed with his emotions, and as Isabella sat in the audience, her fingers trembled. She realized then that she loved him, not just as an artist, but as a man whose soul spoke to hers in a language only they could understand. But love, like music, is fragile. It demands more than passion, it demands trust, timing, and a willingness to surrender to its whims. And Vienna, with all its beauty, was a city that had seen love bloom and wither in equal measure. Chapter 4, The Shadow of the Past. Just as Emile's career began to take flight, a letter arrived from Prague. His mother had fallen gravely ill. Torn between love and duty, Emile was forced to leave Vienna. He promised Isabella he would return, that their love was not something the distance could break. But days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Letters were sent, but not all were received. The distance grew heavier, and doubts crept in like an unwelcome melody in a perfect symphony. Isabella tried to wait. She played his compositions in the dead of night, whispering his name into the emptiness of her apartment. But love left unattended becomes brittle, and Vienna had a way of making lonely souls seek comfort elsewhere. Chapter 5, The Unforgivable Mistake. When Emile returned, it was with flowers in his hands and music in his heart. But Vienna was no longer the same. He found Isabella in the arms of another, a fellow pianist, someone who had been there when he was absent. The betrayal shattered him, not because he believed she had stopped loving him, but because he knew that love alone had not been enough. His absence had left a void, and someone else had filled it. He left without a word, choosing silence over confrontation, grief over anger. Chapter 6, The Last Performance. Years passed. Emile's name grew famous, his compositions played in the grandest halls of Europe. But success felt hollow without her. One evening, in the Royal Albert Hall in London, he played his most haunting piece, a composition dedicated to a love that had once been. Unbeknownst to him, Isabella sat in the audience, her fingers clasped together as tears fell freely. She had married another, had tried to find happiness, but some loves never fade. As the final note lingered in the air, their eyes met one last time. And in that silent exchange, they both understood, some symphonies remain unfinished, their melodies forever echoing in the hearts of those who once loved but lost.